Everybody, my name is Dr. Kat West. I am in the Department of Psychology here at Winthrop University, and I am going to be talking to you in this video about how to get to Degreeworks on Wingspan, as well as some of the really neat features that Degreeworks offers you and some of the tools that can really help you when you're planning your schedule or when you're trying to decide if you should or shouldn't add a minor, when you're trying to decide if you want to change your majors. There's a lot of really powerful things that Degreeworks can do to help you make some of those decisions. Now, when you first log on to Wingspan, yours is going to look a tiny bit different from mine. Again, I am faculty here in the psychology department, but I'm also taking a graduate class this semester, which is why I do have access to some of the student tools like you guys do, such as Degreeworks. So again, yours won't have some of these links, but you will have a student tools menu, and you should see that the second item on that menu is Degreeworks. So you can get right to your Degreeworks by clicking that. When you do, your Degreeworks spreadsheet will come up, and what you'll see is that it will have your ID, your name. It will also have your current degree up top. And again, remember, I'm taking a graduate class, so mine looks a little bit different, but yours should say either undergraduate degree if it's not declared, or for example, if you have declared a minor or a major, your major will show up here. So for example, if you've declared psychology or biology or dance or whatever it is, that major will show up here. And you'll actually also be on your worksheet tab. It defaults to this worksheet tab. But what I want to show you today is this what if feature. But for just a minute, pretend like I am on my worksheet tab. This is approximately what the top would look like. And there is a ton of information that is already there available to you. Again, it's going to repeat things like your name and your ID. It will tell you what you're classified as. So for you guys, it will say an undergraduate student. It will tell you who your advisor is. So if you don't know who your advisor is, this is the very first place you can go. Plus, it will link to their email so you can send them an email. Now again, it's a little bit of a silly situation here because I am my own advisor. Normally it wouldn't be your own name. If you do not have an advisor listed here, that is definitely something that you want to talk to your ACAD professor about, because they can tell you exactly who to go and speak to make sure you get an advisor assigned. The next thing that it's going to show you is your Winthrop GPA. If your GPA looks like mine, where it says 0.00, that probably does not mean that you have a GPA of 0. It probably means that you're a very first semester student and you don't have a Winthrop GPA yet. So that is my case as well. I don't have a Winthrop GPA yet. And what you will see is that hopefully this number will go up and up and up as you go through your multiple semesters here. Another thing that you'll see is the number of cultural events. It will not only tell you how many you need to attend, but it will tell you how many you have already attended. So hopefully everybody already has a couple of these done, because you should have done them as part of your ACAD class. It will also eventually tell you how many hours you have earned, and some of you may have brought in some hours with you, but if you're like me and you didn't bring any hours, you won't have any listed yet. And then again, it will also tell you your undergraduate degree, your major. If you have a concentration within your major, it will show up there. And if you have selected a minor, it will show up there as well. So there's a lot of information that's contained right here. And I think it's a good idea at least once a semester before you go meet with your advisor to just double check this information and make sure everything matches with what you think you've got going on. Obviously, you're more than welcome to check it more than once, but at least check it once a semester. Then what you will see in your Degreeworks is that it's going to walk you through a whole bunch of information, and it's got a whole bunch of check boxes of things that you need to do. All right. It's going to tell you all of your general education courses, and it's going to show you whether or not you have completed them. It will take you through the second area of general education and tell you whether or not you have completed them. If you have or have not finished your language requirements, and again, some majors don't require this, but if your major does require a language, you will see this show up here. You also will, if you have a declared major, see a box specifically for your major with everything that's required. And once you start taking classes within your major, it will also show you your major GPA listed over here on the right. And similarly, if you have selected a minor, it will show you what classes you have left, as well as your minor GPA. So there is a lot that you can find. And again, this is what yours will default to if you are on the worksheet tab. Now, I want to talk to you about the what if tab. And I had to use a what if already because I'm a graduate student, but anybody can use the what if tab. So when you first go to the what if tab, it looks like this. And you need to tell it a few things. First of all, yours should default to undergraduate, but just in case it doesn't, you're going to want to change it to undergraduate. You're also going to want to think about what degree am I wanting to find, and that's based on your major. And you see that it won't let you look at the majors until you've told it a degree. So for example, you could say, I'm going to get a Bachelor of Arts degree, then it will select for you all of the different potential options. Now, because I'm in the psychology department, I'm going to pretend like I want to get a major in psychology, and you will see it will put that over here. Okay? But what I'm really thinking about is, what minor do I want? Because I know if I'm a psychology major, I need a minor. Well, I was thinking about several things. I was thinking about maybe biology, and you'll see it will add that. But I was also thinking about maybe criminal justice. I'm really not sure. I kind of like both of those a little bit. So I'm going to put both of those over there. Now, the other thing that you're going to want to do is change your catalog year. I do not know why, but Degreeworks always goes to this random default year of 2008 and 2009. So you're going to need to change it to when you started school. And you started school, most of you at least, here at Winthrop for the 2020-2021 school year. So you're going to want to make sure you select 2020 and 2021. Now, if you started earlier than that, you'll need to back it up. But again, for most of you, it will be 2021. All right, so this is the first thing that we can do, is just see what would be required if I selected these. To see it, you're going to say process what if, and what it will do is it will show you everything that you've got. So it will say, okay, if you're going to do this, again, you still have Gen Ed to do, all right? But here's what would be required for the major. Here's what would be required for a minor in biology. Here's what would be required for a minor in criminal justice. Now, please note, I did not actually put myself into the biology minor. I didn't put myself into the criminal justice major. I didn't put myself into the psychology major, minor for criminal justice. All I did was ask the computer to say, what would it look like if I did that? So that you can get an idea. Now let's say you like what it looks like. Yep, I definitely want a minor in biology. Then you're going to need to go and actually fill out the paperwork to officially declare your minor. But that's what's really nice about this tool, is that you don't have to officially declare anything, and you can play around to see what is going to fit your schedule the best, what seems like it's going to have the most classes that are the most interesting to you, or that are going to help you meet your career goal, whatever it might be. Now, one more thing I want to show you about what if, and this is going to be very important, and I want every single one of you to do it before you go meet with your advisor this semester to sign up for classes in the fall. Go back to what if, and again, I have to change a few things again. Remember, I have to change it to undergraduate. I'm going to go Bachelor of Arts. I'm going to change it to 2021. I'm still going to pretend like I'm a psychology major, and I'm going to pretend like I'm going to be a minor in criminal justice. So I'm going to make sure those are over there. But what you can actually do down here is put in all of the classes that you're thinking about taking next semester, and what it will do is plug them in the worksheet, and you can make sure that they are going to go into the places where you think they are going to go. So the first class I'm thinking about taking is Psych 101. I know I want to take that and get it out of the way, so I'm going to put Psych 101 over here. My advisor also suggested that I take Psych 198, so I'm going to go ahead and take that course too. I think I want to go ahead and take my biology class to get it out of the way, right? Because that's one of my Gen Eds. I think I'm going to go ahead and take ACAD because everybody has told me what a great class ACAD is. I'm going to take, let's see, what else do I want to take? I'm going to take history. Oops. That's one of my Gen Eds that I want to get out of the way. And let's see, I should probably take, I don't know, what would be a fun class to take to get out of the way? Let's take this class for psychology. Again, this is a very psychology specific class. All right, I've picked some classes that I want to take. I think those are the ones. I'm going to once again say process what if, and let's look and see what's different. This time, what is different is you're going to see it's going to take, for example, some of those classes that I signed up for, and it's going to say, look, you've planned to take this. Now, it doesn't mean you've actually registered for it. You would still need to register, but it shows you exactly where that class will go. So for me, Psych 101 and my Biology 150 are going to also be part of my general education, so I'm going to get a couple of those out of the way. Yay, good plan. All right. I'm also going to get some of my classes done for my major. Right? And then ACAD counts down here, as well as a lot of these things towards my 120 degrees. Plus it will show them all to me at the end, and it will say, here's what you've done. Well, you have applied to take 8 credit hours. Your advisor is going to say, well, that's a good plan, but we really would suggest 15 credit hours. So maybe you should actually go and try to put in a few more hours. And I see I had a wrong history course there. My apologies to the history department of not remembering what numbers were there. So let's say, oh, I didn't do such a good job. Let me go one more time and do a what if. All right, I'm going to do a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. I'm 2021. All right, let me add some classes again. This is the only obnoxious part, that you do have to actually add them each time, but that's okay. We'll put them back in. These are the ones that I know I want to take. I want to take those. I also wanted to take that biology course, but I also saw that it wanted me to also take the lab that goes with it. So I'm going to make sure I add that because I don't want to forget that. I also saw that, hey, let me go ahead and get Spanish out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Spanish class and get that one out of the way. And I'm going to take my computer science class and get that one out of the way. So now I'm going to process what if, and I'm going to look again. And I'm going to say, hey, I'm making a lot more progress now. Look, my CSCI class went in there. Great, that's going to get that gen ed done. Site, oh, look, now it's happy because I'm taking the biology and the lab. Yay, good for me. Here's my psych classes that I have. Oh, Spanish should have popped in there. And again, the reason it doesn't go here is because what it's looking for proficiency is the second level, 102 of whatever language you're going to take. But it will still count that 101. Most of you are going to need that as a prerequisite. But now when I look down here, it says that I have 13.5 credits. Much better, much closer to that 15 hours that I want to take every semester. So this is a lot better schedule that I can use to take to my advisor and have a good discussion with them about what I'm thinking for the next semester. So this is the kind of tool that I suggest that you use partly when you're doing that homework for ACAD where you're planning out a semester, but also just in general if you're ever curious about, well, what if I wanted this minor and what if I took this class, would I get this accomplished? So hopefully that helps you see a little bit, all right, of what you can do and the powerful tool that Degreeworks is and things that you can do. Again, hopefully you're all working on your cultural events and getting all of those completed. But again, I wanted to show you a little bit more information about how to use the What If tab. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Again, my name is Dr. Kat West, or reach out to your ACAD advisor and they can also give you all of these details. Have a great day.